2023. Please welcome Trinity Class of 2023. Here they come. Good evening. Welcome to the May 2023 Commencement Ceremony for Trinity's School of Professional and Graduate Studies and School of Education. Look at these beautiful graduates today. Aren't they glorious? We open our ceremony this evening with the national anthem sung by Ms. Linda Hodge, and following the anthem, Sister Ann Howard, Director of Campus Ministry, will give the invocation. Please remain standing for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Congratulations, graduates, on your impressive accomplishment in achieving this goal in your academic life. Your plan of study has been interrupted and changed due to COVID-19, due to the demands of studying online, remotely, and meeting by Zoom. and due to a caution about how safe the world is right now. You have heard the need for justice and racial equity and hospitality to others, for nonviolence and stronger gun laws, for a renewed sense of the preciousness of the earth upon which we move and live and work and play. Let us pray this prayer of Pope Francis in honor of all our graduates and their teachers and families and friends who have supported their journey thus far. All-powerful God, you are present in the whole universe and in the smallest of your creatures. You embrace with your tenderness all that exists. Pour out upon us the power of your love, that we may protect life and beauty. Fill us with peace, that we may live as brothers and sisters, harming no one. O God of the poor, help us to rescue the abandoned and forgotten of this earth, so precious in your eyes. And graduates, we pray with gratitude for you and all you are and all who are with you here this evening. May the source of life, the blessed Trinity, be always with you. Amen. Amen. Amen.
Please be seated. Thank you so much, Sister Ann. What a beautiful invocation. And thank you, Linda Hodges, for a beautiful national anthem. Students in the School of Professional Studies have triumphed over many challenges along the way to your Trinity degrees. To bring a reflection on behalf of the students, I am so pleased to recognize Ms. Joyce Jones, who is about to receive her degree in Human Relations. Joyce, please come forward. You have a cheering section here.
Hello. Good afternoon, President McGuire.
Good afternoon. Speak right into the microphone.
Deans, professors, and graduates. I want to thank you. I have experienced tremendous support from so many of you. It has been refreshing to see people who care so deeply for others. During my time here at Trinity, I have witnessed your passion and compassion. There's always a fellow classmate that was willing to meet in person, connect through Zoom, or get on a call to help someone else, to help them work through a challenging assignment, or just to offer words of encouragement. We all have come together in one way, shape, or form to either provide our strengths in areas where others may have been a little weak, to elevate someone's understanding through discussions and debates, and many times just being a listening ear when someone is a bit overwhelmed. All are ways we've shown how much we care for each other and how the end goal is success for all. This sense of community at Trinity is unparalleled. Now we must take it into the world with us. I believe that this sense of community that we exemplify here at Trinity is the answer to all the ills of our day. As you work in healthcare, in business, in social work, in your area, take your ability to lead, to help, to elevate, and to inform decisions. I can't help but wonder if we were in position to work with other nations, leveraging other strengths, our strengths and theirs to address health concerns. How about, if we address those health concerns, how would that have changed the impact of COVID's pandemic? Or if we were strategically positioned in government, that we would promote the understanding that to support a woman is to support a nation. It would lead us to achieving equality and equity for women. Or if you allow me to dare to wonder a bit further, how extensive the impact would be if individuals followed our lead and prioritized caring for people. These individuals would bring about a significant change in the way big corporations do business, employing mission statements that bring about success for all. Let's take this sense of community, sharing our strengths, elevating others' understanding, and caring for others into the spaces where we work. This is the very thing that God has called us to be, a strong community. He said to love him with all your heart, mind, and soul, and to love others as yourself. And that is the greatest commandment. God himself commands community. You've already demonstrated that. You know how to do it. So let's go into the world and create the success for all. Thank you.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my goodness. Another round of applause for a beautiful graduate with a beautiful message for all. Thank you. That is so uplifting. That is a dynamic address. Thank you, Joyce. And now it is my pleasure to introduce the dean who is responsible for making sure that all of these students are ready for graduation. Please welcome Dean Thomas Mostawi, Dean of the School of Professional and Graduate Studies. Dean Mostawi.
Hello, thank you, President McGuire, and welcome graduates and their families. Ever since President McGuire called me into her office last summer and hung the title of Dean on me, I've had to grapple with the idea of actually making remarks at graduation. It was so much easier to just smile and applaud than to try to come up with something meaningful to say while I wear this silly hat. After listening to I don't know how many graduation speeches over the years, the theme almost comes down to this question. What is life all about, and what are new college graduates supposed to do with it now? Now, that seems like a pretty big question. One would have thought that the really important information would have been gathered over the years of classes and so forth, instead of being saved up until the very end. So why do we do it? Well, Kurt Vonnegut had the answer. This information has to be saved up until the very end for a very good reason. No responsible, truth-loving teacher can answer those questions in class, or even in the privacy of their own home and office. No respecter of evidence has ever found the least clue as to what life is all about and what people should do with it. So we stand up here and take some good guesses at what good advice would be. Now, of course, not all of those guesses are equal. Be kind to others and use your knowledge to nurture the next generation is at least arguably better advice than greed, for lack of a better word, is good. Thank you, Gordon Gekko. So here are some of my guesses at good advice for you. 1, pay it forward. Most of you are the first in your family to graduate from college. How many of that is you? Raise your hand. Okay. Okay. That's an honor. It's an achievement, but it's also an obligation. An obligation to use your skills, your knowledge, and the power of your knowledge to make a better life, not just for yourself and your family, but your community as well. 2, treat your learning outside of your major as important and use that as well. Because while we all want success in our business and career, the good of humanity is also your business. Literature, history, philosophy, art, politics, and everything else in society is at least as important as your business and your career. 3, be kind. Believe me, I know that's easier said than done. Almost every one of you has had to overcome unnecessary obstacles our society has created to allow the powerful to hoard opportunities for themselves. You've had to deal with discrimination because of your gender, your race, your sexual orientation, your gender identity, your immigrant status. You have a right to be angry, but because you're made of stronger stuff, you've risen above that and will do so again when the time comes, and treat others with the dignities that they deserve. So while my guess is about what life is all about, don't begin to answer the question I posed. You're all better equipped, thanks to your learning and devotion, to seek those answers on your own. So that's my advice and my hopes for you as proud Trinity grads for your relationships with others. But I have one more wish for yourself, and please take it in the spirit it's intended, as the musings of an old man who wished he'd known better himself. This thought's from Nania Hoffman, founder of Sweatpants and Coffee. None of us is getting out of here alive, so please stop treating yourself like an afterthought. Eat the delicious food, walk in the sunshine, jump in the ocean. Say the truth that you're carrying in your heart like a hidden treasure. Be weird, be kind, be silly. There's no time for anything else. Congratulations.
Well, Dean Mustawi, you don't look silly in that hat. And I'm so glad you accepted the challenge when I hung that dean around your neck. Isn't he great? Thank you so much. Words of wisdom. Words of wisdom. So, no ceremony is complete at Trinity without a few other words from the president. So, this is my final class with you, our graduates of 2023. I congratulate you this evening. Your achievement of your degree is a remarkable moment in your lives, and I'm so pleased to see so many families, children, spouses, parents, siblings, friends, co-workers here today. How about a round of applause for all the folks here who are supporting you? Now, achieving your degree is, to be sure, a moment of joy and celebration, but there's a more serious side to this evening as well. As an institution of higher education devoted to freedom of thought and speech, to the free and unfettered exercise of the right to research and write and create and argue and question the conventional wisdom, as that kind of institution, Trinity and all of us associated with her have to look out on the nation and world our graduates inhabit and influence and ask, what is our responsibility beyond this festive moment to use our education to advance the causes of freedom and justice for all? Many of you are receiving your degrees as teachers and educational leaders. You are working in the most crucial profession for the future of our city, our communities, and nation. You have the ability to influence children as much, if not more than, their own parents and families. Your responsibility is large, it's precious, it's profound. Now, sadly, today, in too many places, the joy and impact of teaching fades in the face of political interference, stifling regulations, social dysfunctions, and even, alas, violence. I pray that your Trinity degrees will help you to be strong in the face of so many challenges, to be resilient and courageous in leading your students through the landscape of learning in ways that excite and inspire them. The 125-year-old roots of this great university are in the commitment of the Sisters of Notre Dame de Namur, our founders, to teach, especially to teach impoverished women and children. When you feel beleaguered by the politicians and people playing power games, find inspiration in the tale of Saint Julie Billiart, who founded the Sisters of Notre Dame more than 200 years ago in France after the French Revolution. So ardent was she about teaching the poor girls who were orphaned by the French Revolution. She did it so well and as such an activist that her local bishop told her to stop. She was doing too much. He didn't like the noise old Julie was making. Well, Julie, refusing to take her bishop's order as a command, simply moved her order to Belgium, to the town of Namur, and continued creating schools and attracting teachers who joined her order, the Sisters of Notre Dame de Namur. That's where we get the de Namur. Julie didn't quit. She wasn't scared. She wouldn't let education be repressed by men flexing their power. She simply found another way to be a successful teacher and school leader. Let Julie be your example in this perilous age. I find myself wondering what Julie would say to Governor Ron DeSantis in Florida, or all of the other places where teachers and librarians face terrible sanctions if they dare to teach topics or read books now officially banned in some states. Books about slavery, about racism, about human sexuality, all banned by the censors. But in the same places, bans on guns are lifted. Teachers may not have copies of Beloved in their classrooms, but they are urged to have guns because of the ever-present danger of school shootings. I didn't order the sirens, but it seems to be on cue. What a world we live in. I suspect that Julie would have found some very creative and courageous ways to keep teaching whatever she thought was right. All of us who care about the quality and effectiveness of education must be ready to stand our ground against political interference with curricula and pedagogy, the freedom to teach, to read, to write, and speak out about whatever we choose. Politicians have no business telling educators what to teach, telling librarians what books they may have on their shelves, telling students what they may or may not learn. Education in a free society is an enterprise of freedom, a counterweight to government, the essential foundation for a healthy democracy. And in that exercise of our freedom, we must be advocates for an end to the gun violence. Now, we mourn the terrible loss of life here in our city, the loss of so many young people. Just the other day, a Roosevelt High School student, a young girl sitting in the back of a car on Mother's Day. Just last night, there was another shooting victim nearby on Franklin Street. Senseless. All consequences of a society saturated in violence, and particularly gun violence. We must do more to hold our political leaders accountable for their failure to act to protect the people they are sworn to serve. Now, many of you are going into business, media, and communication. Your creative energy, entrepreneurship, and ability to tell your story well are vital parts of keeping the economy of the community strong. Trinity business leaders have the opportunity to demonstrate not only leadership and management talents, but also the high ethical standards and commitment to racial equality that are Trinity hallmarks. I think of the many Trinity business graduates who've gone on to work for the common good, whether in organizations that promote environmental sustainability or those that work to expand access to healthcare and social services for those in need. We really need our Trinity business leaders to understand the true meaning of the old phrase, lift as you climb. When you arrive at a place of success in your careers, remember the many students who are still looking for those first rungs, the internships, the first jobs, the mentoring and career advice that can truly make a difference in a career trajectory. If your pathway is in media, public relations, strategic communications, Make Trinity proud each day when you stand up for truth and facts, when you refuse to engage with the popular forces of fake news and corrupt conspiracy theories and outright lies designed to manipulate public opinion and undermine our way of life. We live in an age where everyone, all of us, have the awesome power of wide communication right at our fingertips, and too many cooperate in unethical and dangerous abuses of that power. We've recently witnessed the meltdown of celebrity anchors at a particular news network, people who in so many ways were the faces of the fake news industry, willfully spreading lies night after night, and then their private text messages came out and they mocked and disparaged the very people they were extolling in the public eye. Look at that example and just say, no, I'm not going to be like media personalities who tell lies by day and then disparage their subjects by night. Look for others who are worthy exemplars. Journalists like Christiane Amanpour, who recently spoke very publicly about her disagreement with the top brass at CNN over their decision to have that town hall with the former president. Ms. Amanpour had the courage to voice her disagreement with her management's decision. She expressed that disagreement directly to them, and then in remarks to the Columbia University journalism graduates, she said, and I quote, "Today I can only hope that your trust in us might have been shaken but not shattered, that we can survive and rebuild that trust," close quote. Always be on the side of building and keeping the trust of the audiences you seek to inform, influence, and motivate, whether for corporate advertising or political campaigns or commentary on the issues of the day, whether on TikTok or Instagram or Twitter or the front page of the Washington Post. As you receive your diplomas this evening, take rightful pride in all that your achievement means for you, your family, and friends, and resolve to use that degree every single day to advance justice and freedom, to make the lives of others a little better, more secure, more hopeful, because of your thoughtful, compassionate presence in their lives. Congratulations, graduates of 2023. May the spirit of Trinity be with you every day. We are now ready for diploma distribution. Do you want your diplomas? Are you ready? Okay, that was the warm-up. Here's now the pitch. It's my distinct pleasure to introduce my colleague, Trinity's great provost, Dr. Carlota Ocampo. Dr. Ocampo will read each graduate's name. The graduate will come forward to accept your diploma from me down on the ramp here. Our photographers, Mr. Timothy, will get your photographs and they will be available to you later on. We ask all family members, please stay in your seats. I will be up here after the ceremony if you want more photographs, and all of the faculty will also be around. Provost Ocampo. Move that back.
Graduates, I'm so very proud to stand with you today and celebrate your commencement. You've persevered and triumphed, and you did it with grace, excellence, and elan. And I reflect that many of you stopped by my office of an evening, some of you over the course of almost 20 years, to discuss life challenges and issues you faced that often made you just want to give up. But guess what? You didn't give up. And if you remember what I shared, I said, if earning a college degree were easy, everybody would have one. Your degree is precisely the hard work, the personal and intellectual growth, and the overcoming barriers you've experienced. And you've made it. That journey is a permanent part of who you are, and that can never be taken away. And now, President McGuire, at this time, I add my own words of welcome and congratulations to the class of 2023. The names of graduates who will receive degrees in absentia will not be called. and out of the respect for the attention each graduate equally deserves, I ask that you please hold your applause until after all the names have been read. Thank you so much for your cooperation. President McGuire, I am honored to present candidates from the School of Professional Studies for the degree of Associate of Arts. Samantha Agnes Benson. Shaquita Brandon. Tanisha Charisse Crow. Ambria Gordon. Sonia Harden. Marquita Harper. Corian Kearns. Keandra Massey. Brittany Mayo. Carla Gabriela Mondragon Rivera. Alisa Norris. Sheila Altanez Perez. Yolanda Renee Sanders Kellen. Latrice Smith. Felicia Lavon Stewart. Tracy Nicole Taylor. Crystal Weinstock. Cassandra Michelle Young. President McGuire, I now present candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Shaquille Davis. Diamond Jessica Gamble. Cheryl Renee Johnson. Joyce Julia Jones, summa cum laude. Rosemary Martinez Nix. Letitia Lynn McGugan. Tynia Charlay Miser. Monica Prophet. Latasha N. Wallace Verdener. Angela White, magna cum laude. Angela Lavette Young. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, Jelania Gaines. Jolene Lewis, cum laude. Ryan McKeithen. Yolanda Renee Thornton, magna cum laude. President McGuire, I now present candidates from the School of Business and Graduate Studies for the degree of Master of Arts. Michaela Dawn Harris. Valeria Maria Perdomo Zepeda. Jordan Standifer. Keisha Saraya Thompson. Timothy D. Williams II. For the degree of Master of Business Administration, Kendra Michelle Glass. Maricela Nava. Ayani Jacina Pugh. For the degree of Master of Science in Administration, Angela Lynette Drawn. Anastasi Moni Beyege. Deirdre Renee Neighbors. Malika Danielle Perry. Cynthia Smith. Patricia Lorraine Thomas. President McGuire, I am pleased to present candidates from the School of Education for the degree of Master of Arts in Teaching. Danielle Denise Locker. For the degree of Master of Education, Diamond Green. Shantae Morris. For the degree of Master of Science in Administration, Maya Krishana Huff. Shamika Chantel Ivy. Quiana Elaine Jameson. Phyllis Marie Shepard. Please join me in congratulating all the graduates of the School of Professional Studies and Graduate Studies and the School of Education.
Thank you, Provost Ocampo. Got to find my place here for a minute. There we go. Will all the graduates please rise? I have to say a few words to make your diplomas legal. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I am pleased to confer your degrees and to declare you graduates of Trinity. Welcome to the Alumni Association and Alumni Association. I would like the graduates to join me in thanking family and friends once more for all of their support. And how about a cheer for the faculty who helped you to get here? We conclude our ceremony this evening with a timeless hymn of struggle and triumph. Following Lift Every Voice and Sing, Provost Ocampo will lead the faculty around the driveway, and the graduates will follow them in the recessional. Graduates and families will unite on the front lawn. Please join me in welcoming Linda Hodges back for Lift Every Voice and Sing.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, Thou who hast brought us thus far on our way, Thou who hast by Thy might led us into the light. Keep us forever in the path we pray, lest our feet stray from the places, our God, where we met Thee. Lest our hearts, drunk with the wine of the world, we forget Thee. Out of the